I was always made to feel very insecure about my stutter. People made me feel insecure about my stutter. And then I started doing stand-up. I started going to speech therapy. I had some success with both. And now people will point out when I don't stutter. So I get insecure about that. So I don't really know when to do it. You guys just pick a fucking time and I will. And you see, I love this job. I love that this is my job, but it is frustrating. Because if you meet somebody out on the street who has a speech impediment and they make a joke about it, you're like, oh, that's very self-aware. But the difference with mine is sometimes people will think it's a gimmick or it's an act. And I think that's because I make jokes about it on a stage. It's just because location is everything, baby. Right? Like if you see someone in a wheelchair at the bank, you're like, oh, that person's disabled. But you see someone in a wheelchair at Disneyland, you're like, that bitch is cutting. I was bullied when I was a kid because I was a fat kid and I studied theater and that's all you need. My bully, his name was Andrew, and every day Andrew saw me out in the neighborhood, he would call me a fat fag. He would go, "You're such a fat fag." Okay, I added that. I studied theater, so I tried. Shut up. But the fag thing, he said that to me every day. It was almost a visceral reaction. He'd be like, "Get out of here, you fat fag. You're such a fat fag." And one day, Andrew's older brother took his own mattress into the woods so he could film himself white water rafting on it as an audition to get on the show Man vs. Wild. And this is true. His brother actually died doing that. Yes, is very sad for you guys hearing it. Because I remember that day. I remember it very, very, very vividly. Because the next day, I saw my bully, Andrew, out in the neighborhood. And there was a power shift. He looked in my eyes and he knew that I knew. I had heard the news. So I said to myself, do I now use this as an opportunity to take advantage of my bully when he was at his most vulnerable, the same way that he had done to me every single day? But instead, I just opted to take the high road. And I said to Andrew just what it was that I said to him every day. And I was like, hey man, hey, I'll suck your dick for a Snickers. We're in the 2020s now, and last year really had me thinking about where we are now versus where we were, say 100 years ago. 100 years ago, it was the 1920s. It was the Prohibition, and it was illegal to have alcohol in your bar. And to think, in 100 years, shit's gotten worse. 100 years ago, if you had alcohol in your bar, the cops, they would kick down the front door. Someone would yell, "Ha! It's the fuzz!" Scatter! Which is the best last call of all time. Imagine you're holding your martini and so someone comes in and yells, "Scatter?" It's like, oh shit, the fuzz. That's probably how the shot was invented. That's why I get irritated anytime I hear some college chick at a bar who's like, you guys want to do shots? It's like, Cassidy, you don't know the history. They used to do it to warm up their core, because they had to run. From the fuzz. Now, 100 years later, 2020s, you can't even have people in your bar. Can you imagine if the cops time traveled from 1920s? They kick open some door, some bar downtown. They'd have to say it themselves. We're the fuzz. And maybe 3 of you would look up from your phone. That's a sad day to have to report back to the chief of police. Chief! We busted the place on 6th. Yeah? Did they scatter? Well, they was already pretty scattered. It was like 6 feet. It was weirdly specific. Well, what were they doing? Well, they was all wearing masks, but they wasn't stealing nothing. Were they drinking alcohol? It's tough to say, Chief. It was seltzer in a can. Must have been a clinic for upset tummies. Well, then what happened? Well, then they got in separate getaway cars that they ordered from their hand radios. Separate getaway cars? Yeah, the cars were all different, but the drivers were all Persian. That is suspicious, Detective. You want to talk about suspicious, Chief? And then we saw a black fella standing outside the bar who was doing absolutely nothing illegal whatsoever. Thank God. You arrested someone. Guys, it's a joke. Obviously they shot him. It's the cops. What do you think happened? It's the cops. No, just that guy. Thank you. Just one guy for the injustices of police brutality. That's just... Here's why you should hit your kids. So. Don't come here for soft spankings, guys. We're here for the good stuff. Here's why you hit your kids, all right? It's cause it makes them better. You want something to be great? It's gotta suffer. Here's an example. Go offer a stranger grapes. Offer them grapes. Most people will pass you on grapes. They'll be like, yeah, now I'm pretty indifferent to grapes, man. I don't have any exorbitant amount of love for grapes. No one in here is like, I can't wait to get home to my grapes. But if you offer that same stranger wine, shit, yeah, they'll take wine. That's because wine is grapes that we stepped on and locked away for 10 years. We abused it and it got better. Did you see that? All right, that's a long point, but we got there. I love wine. I love it so much. But I hate ordering wine at fancy restaurants because it's always such a process, right? I was at a restaurant recently. I said to the waiter, I was like, hey man, can I get a red wine? He's like, sure, let me grab the wine expert for you. I was like, oh no. The transaction is over. We did it, fam. You and me. How hard does this criteria? If this is stumping you, go in the back and find an alcohol that is wine and make sure that shit is red. That's it. That's the whole thing. You need to send some dude to mansplain raisins to me. I get it, all right? It's pretty broad criteria, okay? He's like, well, no, you'll want to hear from the expert. I was like, look, man, this is an Olive Garden, okay? We don't have... read the room, man. I just want to get drunk and take my shirt off. That's the whole shit tonight, okay? You know Olive Garden. The customers are topless, the breadsticks are bottomless, and everyone hates each other, because when you're here, you're family. That's the whole shit. He's like, no, but he's very knowledgeable. I was like, yeah, I don't need a TED Talk today, bud. I want a mom slur. You feel me? I'm trying to drink my way into a new speech impediment tonight. He still sent him out, though. He sent out the wine expert, who's wearing a full tuxedo and an apron. Which, pick one. Don't do both. I don't trust you, man. You work the front or the back? What's your thing? He came out. He was like, hello. I am the sommelier. You don't know what a sommelier is. That is a person who went to school to hide their drinking problem, and then they're given a tuxedo and an apron. He was like, yes, hi, I am the sommelier. What type of wine? I was like, red. What happens now? Do you send the chef out? Do I talk to him next? How many employees do you got? I'm not changing my answer. He was like, so you would like a cab? I was like, I need to get drunk before I get a cab, man. Don't you think? He was like, no, we have like types of wine. Like you would like a Cabernet or a Pinot Noir. I was like, do I look like the dude who could taste the difference, man? I'm in a t-shirt right now and a booster seat. What do you think? Just send out a vodka cranberry. I don't give a shit. I'll chew the ice. I'll be like, oh, this was a crunchy wine. I guess red you chew. Also, bring me more crayons. You ever had a sommelier describe the flavors of wine to you? Jesus, they sound clinically insane. I had a wine expert open one. He opened a bottle. He was like, oh yes, yes. This one's got like hints of cigar smoke and leather purse and nail polish remover. Is this like an adult version of Blue's Clues? What's happening right now? Is it a Merlot? No, it was a dead hooker under the table. Those are your 3 clues. So pretentious, bro. I wonder how soon after Jesus turned water into wine, some asshole was like, oh, I'm getting like hints of like dirty sandals and sweaty robe and burning bush or whatever. I bet Jesus was like, Jesus Christ, man. He was the first one to say his own name. He was like, Jesus me Christ. I cannot. I performed the wrong miracle, clearly. Should have turned that shit into water and moonwalked the out of here, because this was... I do all right. This was... Well, if there has ever been a sneeze from the coronavirus, that is it right there. Congrats. And just like that, we're all casualties. Nice. Remember that one fateful Thursday night? They killed the entire population of Rhode Island with one speck of dust. Didn't even sound like a real sneeze, did it? You heard the it's like one of those Scooby-Doo sneezes. And then they hit the chandelier and it pulls down and a secret door opens to your sex dungeon. Good boy, Scoob! Broke a set of boards. Next. Just slapping your kids. Next, Tom. Next, Brady. Okay. I take my dog everywhere. Last week we were at a Starbucks drive-through. I was driving, and you know she drinks, so I got to drive. And right when we pulled up to she's white. Oh no! Do you say my dog is white? No. No, she's brown too. Sorry, you don't get a sticker this day. I don't know why that. I mean, in the context of a dog, I guess that sounds okay. If I was talking about a person, if I was like, yeah, my sister and I are at Starbucks, you're like, she's white, right? She white? Dude, have you ever seen a dog before? Just imagine any dog. He's like, can you draw her and talk at the same time? I'm trying to solve this puzzle. There's no riddle. It's a. Okay, well you've had wiener dogs or Bichons. Well, there are other dogs out there. He's like, I've only seen white people and Caucasian, so I don't know. I don't know about all these other countries, you know? Boston's putting in work to claim everything, and... She's a brown dog. You'll see her later. I'm gonna do the joke, and then you'll see her later, and you'll be like, oh, now it's funny. I just should have brought an artist up here to just all this shit. My stutter. He finishes the painting before I say the joke. All right, I'm gonna go again. All right. This has been the weirdest show. Shit got weird after the sneeze. You remember that? This is what happens. The energy dropped because the fever is among us. I believe that dude has it for sure. He's like, describe her. Describe her eyes, Papa. We're losing Connor fast. She's white, right? I'm dying. Tell me that she's white. The year is 1831. The Connor caught racism. That was tough.